Are you super tight and hate stretching? You are in the right place. I'm Julie, this is BJJ Ballerina. Grab your belt and let's get to the stretching. It's gonna be fast, easy, fun, and have you feeling better and fighting better in no time at all. Let's get started with a little warm up. We're focusing on our back today, really loosening up our spine and feeling super great in our back. So let's start warming up our back. We're gonna begin with some good morning, so small bend in the legs, opening the shoulders either with the hands on the hips, opening the shoulders or behind the ears, and we hinge forward and back up. Keep that small bend in the legs and make sure that as you go, your spine is not changing shape, that your spine is staying the same shape, pulling the shoulders together and keeping the back in the same exact shape, the whole movement. Bending the legs forward and up. Let's keep going. We've got about 5 more before our next movement. Pulling the elbows back. If you're on the hips, you're pulling the shoulders open so the chest is staying wide as you go and we're not caving in. 2 more. Last one. We're going to hold it down. Keep a bend in your legs so your back can be pretty close to parallel with the ground. Keeping the shoulders open and wide. We're going to bend and straighten the legs like you're taking your body up and down in an elevator. We're going to bend and straighten and bend and straighten. Try to look straight down at the floor while this is going on. Bend and straighten. Hopefully you're getting the backs of your legs a little warmed up at the same time here. Bend. If your legs don't straighten all the way at the top, no problem. Be sure you check out the hamstring stretch flow to keep loosening up those hamstrings as well. 2 more. And we go back to the good mornings. We go forward and up, small hinge at the knees or at the hip, bending the knees, shoulders open, pulling the shoulder blades together in the back. 3 more. And 2. And stay down. Opening the shoulders, can be on the hips or behind the head, and we've got bend and stretch. Let's go for 8. Bend and stretch, pulling the shoulders wide and open. 3 more. Keep going, opening the chest. And last one, keep the legs bent. And you're gonna drop the head down to the ground. Keep that bend in the legs. This is not a hamstring stretch per se. This is more for your spine. And take your hands just behind your head and see if you can pull your chin closer to your chest, thinking that you can tuck your head farther. Even if you're up here, it's okay. Pull your head closer to your chest to get a stretch down your spine, down the back of your body. Good, release the hands. Grab one elbow with each hand so your arms are in the front of you, and looking down at your knees or your belly button, shake your head like you're saying no to somebody, and then shake your head like you're saying yes, and then shake your head like you're saying no, and yes. And drop the arms and meet me back up to standing. Let's start into a little bit of standing stretch for your back, and then we'll do a little bit on the floor laying down. So when we think about the shape of our spine, the top part of our spine, starting around the bottom of the shoulder blades, is designed to bend this way. The bottom part of our spine is designed to bend this way to the back. It arches to the back. So in order to get a good stretch for the lower spine, we want to arch the lower back forward, even though naturally it's designed to arch this way. When it's this way, the back is very tight and we want to stretch it the other direction. So let's begin. We start tucking the chin to the chest. Try to get the chin as far down as you can. At this point, you might already feel a stretch all the way down your back from the scalp. Keep drifting down, so draw your chin down your chest. Let the shoulders round this time. Let your hands hang to the floor. Let the shoulders round. And keep drifting down. If you feel it in your hamstrings, just bend your legs. This is more for your spine than for your hamstrings. Keep the chin tucked. Try not to look over at me. Try to look down at your feet, or even better at your legs. And keep drifting down, keeping the chin close to the chest. Good, and we come back up. Keep the chin close to the chest. Try to keep it touching. Round your lower back. Trying to get a big C curve in your spine. And meet me all the way up. One more time. Tuck the chin. Really feel how far down the chin can go. Again, you may already feel this in your spine. And then we begin to roll down. Let your upper back round, let your hands hang to keep pulling your spine down to the ground. And when you reach the part where your lower back is going to start bending, you really want to feel that lower back hunches and rounds the same direction as the upper back. Keep a bend in the legs. We don't need to stretch the hamstrings right now. We're stretching mostly the back. It's totally okay to feel it in the hamstrings, but we're going for that back. And let's keep going a little bit more. Tuck the chin, and let's roll up. All right, meet me on the floor. We're gonna do a little bit of twisting work, which is really good for the spine when it comes to loosening up the lower back. We're gonna start off laying on our back with one knee up, like you're trying to block somebody from getting onto mount. You're gonna hold this place right here, and you're gonna start to gently rock your legs side to side. You're gonna have your hands out to the side so you don't tip over when you're doing this, letting the legs rock side to side, allowing the back to loosen up just a little bit. As you get comfortable here, let the legs rotate more and more down either direction towards the ground. And one of the best ways to stretch the lower back is twisting. So we're gonna get a lot of twisting here in this section. One more time. And we'll switch to the other leg. So other foot on the floor, knee crossed to the side, and we let the hips rotate from side to side. The arms can also be on your leg to help guide it. Use the arms however you need to feel comfortable here. What you want to feel at the bottom of the stretch is where we'll feel the tightest, right? The lower back kind of tightens up, tenses up. We might feel this in our mid back. We might feel this in a lot of places. Try to keep breathing. If you hold the tension through your breath, you're just holding the muscles in that tense position. Our whole goal with stretching is to relax into these positions and let our muscles release. So we want to not hold tension. We want to keep breathing the whole time. And last one. And now we're going to do some little windshield wipers of the legs side to side. So open the feet just a little past the hips, and you're going to drop both of your knees over to the right and back to the center. And drop both over to the left and the center. Just gently letting your pelvis tip from one side to the other, letting that hip bone come off the mat and letting it tip. Good, let's do a few more each side. I'm letting my feet roll from the pinky toe edge to the big toe edge and back and forth. Our little windshield wipers. And let's say this is our last one, and meet me back with your knees vertical. Keeping your feet out past your hips, I want you to rock your knees to touch each other and walk your feet a little bit more out so you're resting on the inside edge of your foot where your big toe joint is and the inside of your heel. And here, just gently let one knee drop lower than the other knee, back and forth. Just let those knees drop in. This is so gentle, not pushing anything. Gravity is doing the pushing for you. All you have to do is relax into it and let gravity do the pushing. Gravity is super strong. We don't have to do much pushing. It's already doing a lot of work for us. Let's do a few more. Good, and we're gonna bring the feet back in, and we're gonna do one sitting up. So meet me up in a seat. If this is really uncomfortable for you to sit like this, then sit on a pillow or a couch cushion. It'll elevate you up and make this a little bit more comfortable to sit. So knees are not too bad. I'm not way up here, but my legs also aren't straight. I'm in a comfortable position. Again, this is for our spine. This is for our spine, not for our hamstrings. So you're gonna take your left hand to the outside of your right shin. Take your right hand behind you, and we're gonna try to twist. You're gonna try to look over the shoulder. Even if all you get is here, look over the shoulder and try to turn your body to face the side of the room while your hips face forward. And we're gonna breathe. We're gonna take 3 big breaths. And 2. And 1 more big breath. Trying to let your rib cage expand. And to the other side. So you can take your right hand to the outside of the left shin, your left hand behind you, and you're gonna turn your body. Look over your left shoulder, and we're gonna breathe here. 3 breaths. 2. And 3, good, and back to the center. So now we're gonna go 1 more for our upper back and for our spine. You're gonna try to take your head between your knees. We're gonna really focus though on rounding our back. So you're gonna start by holding your knees and you're gonna pull yourself back and try to round your back. Tuck your head and tuck your tailbone like you're trying to get the top of your head to touch your belly button and round your back. And then we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna pull ourselves forward like you're trying to pull with your triceps. Pull yourself through your legs. And we're gonna try to round here. And we're gonna try to pull. Again, if this is hard to reach your legs, sit up on a pillow or a couch cushion. It'll make this much easier. And we round. And we sit up. And we're gonna stay sitting up. And now we're gonna achieve the round, but more vertical. So we're gonna pull our lower spine a little back. We're gonna dip our head down. And we're gonna try to let our head hang between our legs. Shake your head yes and no. And take your hands gently to the top of your head and give a little tuck further down. Big breaths here. And 1 more breath. Good, 1 last bonus stretch. We're gonna lay on the ground and do 1 twist. Grab your belt if you have it handy. It'll help give you a little bit more, ease of grabbing your leg in this particular stretch. So we're gonna lay on our back, and if you have a hard time grabbing your leg, you're gonna fish the belt underneath your leg so you can easily kind of have a handle on your leg. We're gonna stretch the right leg out, and we're gonna try, put your left hand out to the side, and we're gonna try to twist this leg over. You can use this arm to kind of hold your leg up. You can also put a pillow underneath your knee and try to twist. This belt you can use to hold the leg anywhere you need to give it that extra support so it's not just totally hanging on your back. And hold, if you can, the leg can drift more and more down to the ground, letting your back turn and twist onto the ground. Remember, breathing is the key here. We want to breathe and let your back relax, let your back release. Let the lungs fill your spine so your back muscles will be encouraged to relax in this position. If you want a little more, give this belt a little tug upright, up towards your head, and it'll help continue to give you a little bit more oomph in the hip and the low back. And now to come up, you can use your other hand to help with the belt, or you can push it up with the other hand. So other side, we take the belt around the leg for a little handle on the leg, stretch the left leg out, right arm out to the side, and we begin to twist over to the side. Use this arm for support to hold up your leg. Again, you can also stack pillows up underneath the leg, but it's handy if you already have the belt. And we lean to the side. If you can let that knee go all the way down to the ground. Give it a little tug upright if you want a little more intensity in the outside of the hip. And we breathe. Keep breathing, keep letting the ribs open, expanding and contracting, letting your back change size with your breath. And to come up, grab the belt, pull yourself up, set the belt aside, and relax. All right, I hope your back feels awesome. I hope that was super fast, easy, and fun for you. I hope to see you again on this channel really soon to have you feeling better and fighting better.